Hello and welcome to the Hero Breakdown, where we put a hero under the magnifying glass to give you all the tools you need to help you on your journey. This time, we'll be taking a look at Mina, the Reaper Queen, who you can acquire with gold or vouchers through the in-game store. Mina is a control tank who specializes in reducing incoming damage and locking enemies in place for our allies to take down. Mina's scythe can do more than just damage. Sweet Revenge, her passive, gives Mina a chance to counterattack, dealing physical damage as well as a portion of her attacker's maximum HP. Mina's first ability, Whirling Scythe, deals physical damage in an arc to all enemies in her range. This too will deal additional damage proportional to her target's maximum HP. Death Scythe, Mina's second ability, pulls enemy targets towards her. If in range, multiple enemies can be dragged towards Mina, dealing physical damage and slowing their movement speed. There's no escaping this Reaper. Dark Dominion is Mina's ultimate ability. Mina taunts nearby enemies, and this causes them to be forced to attack Mina for 2 seconds. During this time, damage dealt by these enemies is reduced by 50%. As a tank, Mina can be played in both the Slayer and Dragon lanes. As she is one of the more supportive tanks, you can expect her to be played as a support. Head to the Dragon lane with your marksman, protect them early and look to disengage unfavorable fights. You should look to force fights that will benefit your marksman with lane pressure, kills, or the Seagull. Later on into a match, this mentality should apply to the rest of your team. Use Dark Dominion to take the heat so your less resistant allies can escape. Look for opportunities to use Death Scythe to pull enemies further away from their team. You should aim to be at the front of the fight to dictate the pace of movement. You're in a more supportive role for this hero, so let's look at who can bring the damage to the party. Violet. Violet has an array of abilities to hit multiple targets that complement Mina's kit. Land a Death Scythe into Dark Dominion combination and a good Violet can dance around the crowd-controlled enemies. Jinnar. The same logic applies here. If you can control enemies in the correct way, Jinnar can use Battering Beads and Nirvana to output waves of damage to destroy your trapped targets. You are able to move after using your Dark Dominion. Taunt your targets and carry on attacking them or leash them to another position. If you're using your ultimate defensively, move them away from your enemy's intended target. If you're using it offensively, look to pull them further away from the assistance of their team. Mina's basic combo should be normal attack, Whirling Scythe, Death Scythe, Dark Dominion. While this is going on, your passive should be activated multiple times, assuming your enemies are trying to put up a fight. Your Death Scythe can travel over some terrain. Pulling an enemy over a wall makes it harder for them to escape, as they no longer have a direct way of getting back to where they once were. Mail of Pain is a must for Mina. It will complement your ultimate by reflecting 15% of physical damage back onto your enemies. Armor and maximum HP is also nothing to scoff at. You're trying to play in close proximity to your enemies. Picking up a Mantle of Ra will make sure you are maximizing your own damage output. Providing you with attack damage and armor will naturally aid you in combat, but the Mantle's passive, Burn, will deal magic damage to surrounding enemies. Let's add another debuff to your enemies. Shield of the Lost provides armor and HP. As well as that, nearby enemies will have their attack speed reduced by 30%. Even if they're not attacking you, you can still affect their combat stats. That's about all the time we have. Stay tuned to our social media channels for more hero breakdowns, top 5 plays, and spotlights. We'll see you on the ladder.